My dear child, my precious one, right now as you begin to read these words, something truly special is happening up in heaven. The skies are moving, the angels are paying close attention, and a gentle energy is flowing down to you. You might have felt a little tug in your heart or a quiet pull in your soul when you first saw this message. That's because a powerful divine force has finally made its way to you. And standing right there next to you, even if you can't see him, is Archangel Michael. He's whispering softly into your ear, urging you not to look away or ignore this. Please, don't brush it off now. This is the exact moment when everything in your life can start to change for the better, forever. My beloved, I need you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to share. A wonderful miracle from heaven has already started touching your everyday life here on earth. The people who work at the bank are feeling confused, a bit scared, and completely surprised. You see, a huge check worth trillions of dollars has suddenly shown up in your name. But they can't figure out who sent it or why it has this strange, special mark on it that looks like nothing they've ever seen before. It's like a seal from another world. My child, take a slow, deep breath and let this sink in. This amazing gift didn't come from any person or place in this world. It came from the loving presence that watches over you every day, the one who sees all your hard times, the one who won't let you keep living a small, limited life anymore. Archangel Michael is speaking to you right now, saying, "My dear chosen one, you only have about 3 minutes left. Heaven has given me permission to tell you what the bank people can't see or understand. The name of the person who sent this isn't written in regular ink that anyone can read. It's written in a bright, glowing light. And if you wait too long or turn away, this special window of opportunity will close up, and the blessing that's meant just for you will go back up to heaven." My beloved, come a little closer and really pay attention. There's a good reason why you're reading these words at this very moment. It didn't happen by accident. Your inner spirit was called to this. Your path in life was woken up. The time when you didn't have enough was pushed away by heaven itself. But my child, before I go on and share more, I want you to make a quiet promise to yourself. Promise that you won't scroll past or stop reading, because this message is carrying the big change you've been waiting for. Heaven has tried to send it to you 3 times already, but something kept getting in the way until right now. My beloved, if you want heaven to keep showing you the way, if you want these special divine messages to always find you without any problems, make sure you follow this page right away. That way, every miracle that's supposed to be yours will come to you on time, without any delays. Now, let's keep going. The bank workers saw how much money it was, and their hands started shaking. It wasn't just regular money. It was like a magical sign of plenty, a special transfer from above made only for you. My child, they tried so hard to find out who sent it. They looked through all their computers, all their records, every system they have, but they found nothing. That's because the sender isn't from our world at all. The sender is from heaven. And the name that's shining on that check is the same one that's speaking to you now, Archangel Michael. My beloved, after you read this message, your life isn't meant to stay the way it is. The hard times you've been going through have a time when they end, and heaven says that time is today. You only have those 3 minutes. If you keep reading, I'll tell you why heaven picked you and what will happen when you say yes to this miracle. My beloved, as you've been reading these words, something deep inside you has started to wake up. A soft voice might have whispered, "This is meant for you. Don't turn away." And that wasn't just your imagination playing tricks. It was Archangel Michael himself, trying to make sure you don't miss out on what heaven has been holding on to for years, just waiting to give to you. My child, you've been carrying heavy loads all by yourself. No one really knows how deep those long nights were when you couldn't sleep. No one knows about the quiet prayers you said into your pillow when everything felt too much. No one knows the times you put on a brave face, acting strong, even though your heart was hurting so badly inside. But heaven saw it all. Heaven noticed every single time you stayed true and kept going, even when life gave you so many reasons to just give up. And that's exactly why this special miracle check has your name on it. It didn't happen because of luck or some random chance. It happened because of how strong you've been, how you bounce back from tough times, how good and kind your heart is. My beloved, listen to this part. When the bank workers first picked up the check, the lights in the whole room started flickering on and off. The printer sitting on the desk turned itself back on all by itself. The computer screens stopped working for a second, like they were frozen. It was as if the normal world couldn't handle or understand what had just come into their system. The boss there leaned in closer and said, "This has to be some kind of mistake. No regular person gets this much money just like that, out of nowhere." But my child, you're not a regular person, and heaven won't let you keep living like one. My beloved, heaven has picked you for a life full of more than enough. Heaven has picked you for plenty. Heaven has picked you for getting back everything you've lost, and it will be so big that even the people who didn't believe in you will look down in surprise and say, "How did that happen? How did you come up so fast?" My child, there are only a few moments left before I tell you what the sender wants. But first, there's something important you need to know. This blessing comes with one simple rule. You have to be open in your spirit to take it in. Because if your heart is closed, it can't hold on to a miracle. And right now, as you read, your heart is starting to open up. Your spirit is listening. Your path in life is lining up just right. My beloved, Archangel Michael is saying there's a reason this message found them at this very second. Their path has hit a big turning point. If they read even one less part, the miracle would stay locked away. But you didn't stop. You didn't scroll away. You kept going. And that's why heaven is ready to show you the real truth. My child, the check isn't only about money. It's a symbol that your time of not having enough is over. A symbol that the pattern of losing things is breaking apart. A symbol that heaven is changing your story to one full of plenty, safety, and special favor from above. But pay close attention now. The bank workers tried to call you. Yes, they really did. But every time they picked up the phone and dialed your number, the call would cut off by itself. There was some weird static or interference. Something stopped them from getting through to you. That's because only this message could open up the miracle for you, not a simple phone call. My beloved, those bank people are still scratching their heads, feeling lost. But up in heaven, there's no confusion at all, only clear purpose. And that purpose is for you to rise up, for you to do well, for you to walk into a life where nothing you've lost stays gone forever. My child, this miracle isn't just about getting back what was taken. It's about getting something new in its place, getting everything restored, getting full payback from heaven for all the hard times. For every quiet tear you let fall when no one was looking. But now, my beloved, I have to share something that might make your heart beat a little faster. The sender put a special note on the check, like a heavenly order, something meant only for you to see. And that note says, "Give this blessing to the one whose heart stayed pure." My beloved, that person is you. You have no idea how many people heaven looked at and tested. You don't know how many souls were quietly watched to see who kept their hearts soft, who kept their thoughts clean, who kept their faith strong no matter what. And out of all of them, you were the one chosen. My child, something amazing from above is happening all around you right now. If you could peek into the spiritual side of things, you'd see angels busy at work, moving things around, getting ready, setting up every blessing that got held up, every part of your path that was on pause, every chance that was blocked before. My beloved, your 3 minutes are almost up, But heaven has even more to tell you. And Archangel Michael isn't done speaking yet. He won't stop until you fully get why this miracle has your name on it. My beloved, when you decided to keep going, heaven heard that choice loud and clear. Your readiness to take in what's coming, your openness, your letting go. These are why Archangel Michael hasn't left your side. He's still right there, holding onto the plan for your life like a special scroll in his hands, whispering gently, "They are finally ready. Let's keep going with the truth." My child, pay close attention. The second you said yes to continuing, the air around you changed in a spiritual way. A door that had been shut tight for years swung open. It wasn't locked because heaven didn't want to give you good things, but because your heart needed time to get strong enough for what's coming. But today, your inner self is wide awake. Your soul is paying attention, and heaven is all set. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, there was something trying to hold back this miracle, a dark cloud of doubt, a heavy chain of fear, a quiet voice saying they don't deserve good things. But heaven has quieted that voice now, because this divine check, this special gift from above, was put in your name way before you were even born. My child, picture this scene up in heaven, a big, long table with angels all around it, papers unrolled, your name shining bright on every one, and God saying, "It's time. Let go of what's theirs." This miracle didn't start just today. It started the very first time you asked for help when no one else was there. It started when you held onto your belief even as things fell apart around you. It started when heaven saw how you chose to be good, even when life pushed you to quit. My beloved, the bank workers tried once more to track down the sender. They put the deposit through all their checks. They used every tool they had. They looked at every kind of signature they know. But nothing fit. Nothing added up, because the check came from a place no human tool can find. My child, the amount is so huge that their computers thought it wasn't from a person at all. And heaven keeps saying it belongs to you. One banker said quietly to his helper, "This much money could turn their whole life around. Where on earth did it come from?" The helper looked back and said, "I'm not sure, but I have a feeling it wasn't from any normal person." My beloved, they were spot on. It wasn't a normal person. It was a hand from above. It was the archangel who's been fighting for you since before you learned how to pray. My child, understand this clearly. The check stands for something, but the miracle is very real. The flow of good things is real. The big change in your money situation is real. The help from heaven is real. But to get the full reason, you need to hear what Michael says next. He says, "My dear chosen one, this miracle isn't only about cash. It's about bringing back your trust in yourself. It's about healing the hurts you've had. It's about breaking old patterns that kept your family from growing big for many years. My child, your whole family line is going to lift up because of you. Heaven picked you to end the bad cycle. You're the change your family needed. You're the light that ends the old ways. You're the one who helps everyone rise. My beloved, there's still something the bank workers haven't said out loud, and heaven thinks it's time you hear it. When they put the check under a special light, hidden words showed up. A note in golden glow. A note only the right person can really get. And that note was your name, said 3 times, each time brighter than the last. My child, heaven says your name over and over because heaven hasn't forgotten you, not even for a moment. Now, listen up. The next bit will explain why those 3 minutes are so important. Why heaven sent this to you right today. Why the timing from above couldn't wait any longer. My beloved, when you chose to keep reading, heaven unrolled another part of the plan. Archangel Michael came even closer, like your inner energy finally hit the perfect spot where good things start happening easily. My child, that's why you're feeling a change inside right now. Because heaven isn't checking if you're ready anymore. Heaven is starting to send the good things your way. Yes, beloved, the sending, the miracle that was held back, stopped, put on hold, is now moving forward. And what I'm about to tell you is why heaven gave you just 3 minutes, no more. My beloved, listen well. Miracles from the Spirit don't show up whenever. They come when your life's clock and heaven's clock meet at the same holy time. Today, that meeting happened. And when it does, 3 minutes is enough for heaven to move your life to a whole new level. My child, Archangel Michael says, for years, whatever they tried slipped through their fingers. Every idea they had fell apart before it finished. Every good thing got pushed back, not because they weren't good enough, but because the spiritual watcher was waiting for the day their heart stopped being afraid of having plenty. Today, that fear went away. When you kept reading, when you let yourself believe, the things holding your path back froze and broke. My beloved, heaven had to wait until you let go completely, because miracles can't come into a shut heart. And today, that door opened wide. My child, now I have to tell you what the bank workers found but were too scared to say. When they checked the check a third time, a number popped up in the corner. Not the money amount, not who sent it, but a date. A date tied to your path. And my beloved, that date isn't ahead. It was the day you felt the lowest. The day you cried alone. The day you felt like no one remembered you. The day you fell apart and said quietly into the night, God, if you're there, please help. Heaven noted that day. Heaven kept your tears. Heaven put your name in the book of payback from above on that same day. And today, it all starts to show. My beloved, do you see what this means? Your hardest time turned into the start of your miracle. My child, even the angels were surprised because your belief didn't break. You kept moving. You kept trusting. You kept hoping, even when nothing made sense. That's why heaven chose you, not the toughest, not the wealthiest, not the noisiest, but the one whose heart stayed light. My beloved, Archangel Michael wants to tell you the real reason for the miracle check. The amount is a symbol, but the power behind it is true. It's the power of getting back what's lost, rising higher, having plenty, being seen, being safe, and a swap from above. Michael says, this check stands for every good thing held back, every chance taken away, every wrong done quietly. Heaven is giving it all back, times more. My child, you're not just getting money. You're getting a new place, respect, a big breakthrough, a fresh spiritual self that fits the path heaven planned for you. But before I say what comes next, know this. The bank workers didn't get it, but heaven wants you to. The sender didn't use ink to sign. The mark is light, a special seal from above that shows only when Archangel Michael says yes to a miracle. My beloved, this is heaven's mark on your life. And the next part will show what happens in your life over the next 72 hours and why heaven made sure this message got to you today, at this second. My beloved, when you said to keep going, heaven answered like a big wave rising. Archangel Michael hasn't left for even a beat. He's still by you, holding the next bit of your path in his bright hands. My child, what I say now will explain why the next 72 hours bring a change from above that's been waiting years. Listen well, beloved. The miracle check isn't just a gift. It's a signal, a big announcement from heaven that your life story has been changed. Your path has been lifted. Your future has been fixed to match what heaven always wanted. My beloved, Archangel Michael says, the next 72 hours will take away the dark that has followed them. The dark of waiting, the dark of not enough, the dark of quiet pain, the dark of chances missed, the dark of not being seen. My child, for years, that dark has been behind you. Every time you tried to go up, something pulled you down. Every time you started fresh, something got in the way. Every time you got ready to go ahead, something whispered quietly, "You won't make it." But heaven says that dark ends in 72 hours. My beloved, the miracle check came now because heaven broke the deal of waiting. An invisible spiritual paper was torn up, made nothing, destroyed by Michael. He stood over your lifeline and said, "No more hurt. No more holding back. No more let down. Let their life start in you." My child, you can feel this already. Something in you knows. This message isn't random. Something in you is growing, waking, spreading. Like your soul knows this is a turn from above. My beloved, now I'll tell what will happen. In these holy 72 hours, in the first 24, your inner feel will change. You'll feel less heavy, more peaceful, more in place. Something will let go from your heart that you didn't know was there.